Hi, I'm Sophy Searight, the editor of Inside Retail. I'm here in central London at Vogue House to interview Alexandra Shulman, the editor of Vogue. Let's go and do it.
Well, I think if fashion's going to survive and thrive, independent fashion retailers are incredibly important because they have a kind of a breadth of vision, and in terms of the buy, in terms of their relationship with their customers, which I think is very important for them. It means that we get more diversity, and we need diversity to keep the whole business, floating. I love independent fashion retail. I think the idea of individuality is very, very important. I'm not so sure about roles as such, but I certainly would welcome, a bigger independent sector. Networking in the fashion industry is like networking in every business. At the end of the day, it's about meeting people. It's about making connections. And there's no difference between fashion or art or publishing or commerce in this way. I feel for fashion, the best thing people can do is to sort of work out who it is they want to meet. Actually try and hone down what it is you're trying to achieve in your contacts, and then really do your best, as in every way, to find a way to appeal to that market. Well, Pure is very big, and you really want to make sure you use your time best. I always feel that time spent in reconnaissance is never wasted. Try and find out who else is going to be there. When you're there, definitely make sure that you see what other people are doing. I mean, half the battle, if you're a business, certainly from my point of view, is to make sure that you stand out. So you want to know what everyone else is doing. So use some of your time to find out that. But also make sure, again, who you want to target, who you want to come and see you there. High street consumers are looking for exactly the same as luxury consumers. There is no difference there. They want value for money. They want an enjoyable experience, whether that be online or offline. They want a feeling of pleasure from the purchase, I think. Particularly in fashion. Fashion isn't about necessity. Fashion is about, to some extent, a kind of a treat to give you a kind of almost emotional buzz once you've purchased something. So I think that the high street retailers should try and emulate luxury fashion brands in lots of the little details. I think things like packaging are very important. I think that feeling of making sure that the customer feels like you value that connection is very important at every end of the market. The growth of the Far Eastern market is unquestionably the next big thing in fashion. My own opinion is that we are very much at the end of the great days of the American empire, and the baton is being moved towards the east, and we should all be paying a lot of attention to what's there. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. It's a whole new market. It's a whole new demographic that we need to pay attention to their desires. Doesn't mean that we as British fashion are not relevant. I think we're very relevant. But there will be a growth at some point in their own brands. At the moment, there's a lack of confidence in the East in sort of what their brands actually represent. But I reckon in another 10 years that will have changed. So we also have to be looking out and seeing what brands we want a part of the action from.